The Fast Book Handbook, I can hardly say it in American. The Fast Book Handbook, as I would say it. It's a really interesting story there as well. So books and the writing of books is something that I have personal passion for. I did a bunch of kids' books with Random House, and then I did started to do my more sort of businessy books with Morgan James, the same publisher who published Jack Canfield, for example. And then I moved on to doing other ways, self-publishing ways, always looking for that greatest efficiency. And then along the way, I started working with my CEO clients in particular, and they always have the same problem, which is a lack of time. They've got incredible mastery, usually way more than Malcolm Gladwell's 10,000 hours that they've accrued over decades. But that information and knowledge is usually stuck in their heads. But I would only ever have hours with these people to actually get that knowledge and information out into some more scalable form, more useful form. So the Fast Book Handbook, the Fast Book process evolved out of necessity as we were working with these CEOs who had no time. So it's very easily described. The Fast Book process is about getting a book out of you from nothing to on sale and making money in the course of 10 working hours or less, which seems like an insane claim. And yet that's what we had to do when we were working with CEOs, because getting access to their time was so difficult. Now, not everyone takes 10 hours, and the 10 hours don't happen one after the other. So they might happen over the course of a couple of months as the process unfolds, as different people do their different pieces. But certainly that's the case, and in the book, we go through the process using one of my books as an example, The Google Gamble, and how many hours and what the steps were and how that all works. The book, of course, is, as with all of my books, very practical. It really does go through every step, all of the tools that you're going to need, which are not expensive. No, there's things that are $5 at a time to do, for example, designing the covers. And step by step, screen by screen, really shows you how to do that, and refers by QR code and short link back to a series of videos that give you further detail, screenshots as we go through click by click, screen by screen, and actually show you even more detail than is in the book. And those are available for free online. So that's what the Fast Book process is about. And that's where it came from and why it even showed up. Oh, and I should tell you one other little kicker to that story. So here I am innocently doing books, and because we're doing this Fast Book process, it's happening quite quickly. So in 2013, we released, I think I did 4 books that year, but 3 books kind of happened in a little bit of a hurry. They all came out kind of together. And I didn't know about this, but this came to somebody's attention. So I'm off on holiday, and I get this random email from this woman called Eileen, who I figure is a stalker, because when you speak in public, you get stalkers from time to time. A lovely email that said, I'd like to talk to you about this book thing. How did you do 3 books so swiftly? So, I got back through my assistant, and we figured out she wasn't a stalker, and she actually runs a company called Blurb out of San Francisco, which she's like this, all-star entrepreneur, and this is her 7th company, and she's in 125 countries in a couple of years. I mean, just incredible growth, based on the idea of how could you profitably print 1 copy of a book, right? Because the old model was printing 5,000 and 10,000 at a time. So she's then, hanging out, stalking, and we publish using her platform. And so she saw these books sort of show up, got in touch. And then when I explained how we did what we did, she said, "You've got to come." So I jump on a plane and go to San Francisco, and I speak at the Blurb University Day, where it became clear that this was, really worth sharing. So, because of that motivation from Blurb, thank you, Eileen, who actually, my stalker who found me, thank you, Eileen, we actually wrote this down, made it into a book so we could share with everyone. What I thought was kind of a normal process, but turns out to be quite helpful for people who want to get that book out of them, whether it's fiction, non-fiction, doesn't matter. Want to get that out of you swiftly and inexpensively and get yourself published on sale, or just do the book for yourself. It doesn't matter. And Technique works beautifully in all of those circumstances.